This is an overview of Expand, my understanding of how personal healing and growth takes place, the heart trauma. It's my way, I suppose, of saying goodbye to 2020. In therapy, I mean real therapy, we find our path, but always we start in some way lost on someone else's trajectory, restrained to patterns, chained to emotional cycles and people, places, and things that feed us in a low quality way. And in therapy, again, I mean real therapy, if we go deeper, we wake up further to find the energy, the pain that has animated us. We slowly gain awareness of our trauma, multi-generational burdens, attachment wounds, violence of all sorts. There's a reason we've been working so hard to seek safety and to prove our worth. We have been encountering the world and ourselves in an altered state. Contrasted to perception, Stephen Porges calls this faulty neuroception. The vision we experience in our body is that the universe is trying to kill us and we are unworthy. My narcissistic mental machine tells me it's just unfair that I actually have to feel to make a change. I want to be happy, but only what fires together wires together. The path is through rather than around. The obstacle is the way. Choose your mantra. Life is not here to make you happy, and growth requires that we face our fears and find the truth. The E in Expand is to enlarge. The basic premise is that to find our freedom, we need to enlarge from our tunnel vision. And the first step is to become acquainted with the states that allow our expansion, states that allow us to heal and grow. There are various vehicles, various trailheads that lead us towards states that can help us wake up. These are called by many names, often mindfulness, flow, attunement, or spiritual states. They bring us to the present, the only place where we can actually move with intention. Waking up and moving with intention is creating art, though that's going to look different from person to person. As Elbert Hubbard said, art is not a thing, it's a way. To my mind, waking up just means that we have access to a preponderance of our inspired self that seeks to bring beauty and truth into view. When we are in ourself and not fragmented by warring parts, a powerful force of creativity can move through us. I believe Albert Einstein was talking about our inspired self when he wrote, "A human being is part of the whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening circles of compassion and embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty." Enlarging through a daily practice is a hard message to sell in our name brand society, and the concept of spirituality can conjure all kinds of nightmares. But we can't expand until we can access an internal state that is safe enough. The place that any creative person has some knowledge of, lit up by the currents of compassion, connectedness, a playful spontaneity, and the sense of being alive in our own life. Only from this ground do we have the possibility of seeing and naming the barriers and understanding the essential inquiry into our healing and growing. In Expand, the P stands for pain into ritual. In any heart drama, there's the moments when we understand the real beneath the appearance. Until you've done your own work or have been with trauma survivors, felt an injured child beaten or sexually abused, it's hard to understand the power of surplus memories where life energies have been trapped, sometimes for decades. The ritual, simply but inadequately put, is the action that begins to free us up. As we get unchained, the future looks different. different from the plan the ego pursued or the future that it feared and obsessed about. The future is anchored in the creative imagination that envisions a future that feels purposeful. The journey of recovery has led to an understanding of our true self and our position in the world. Maybe the best marker of our healing and growing is the turning point in our story when we move from victim to awakened survivor. And so as 2020 ends, let me dedicate this to my wife. We are living in a house where beauty shines all the time because there are intervals when I know how to be with you. I treasure the simplest mornings when I retrieve the bird feeder from its hanger, shake the moment out before work, sift the seeds into a pile because I know they're tiny bird desires. And my heart feeds as the chickadees, the sparrows, in their excitement, lean over the leaves in the deep spaces to call each other. And I can see you. I can really see who is smiling in your eyes because there are intervals when our love is this unadorned. A bright cardinal kneels into the bin, and all around him are clustering birds hopping amongst the tree limbs in motion like a mobile, as if they are all joined somehow by the beauty that shines all the time, jostling the stillness in their perfectly unmasked feathered bodies. Because there are intervals when I know how short life is and how blessed I am.